M2 family? I just wanted to give you an update about a lot of changes that we've been making in M2 over the last several months. Starting last summer, we've renovated the M2 room. It looks completely different. I would encourage you to come down and check it out if you haven't seen it yet. One of the major things that we changed was we got rid of the rows and we made tables instead, and that's to kind of go along with the new focus that we have in M2, where we want to give kids more of an opportunity to discuss what we're talking about versus me just talking about it the whole time. We also included a cafe, which we'll be giving you more information about, but there are snacks and drinks available for them to buy before and after service. And then hopefully we'll have that available between services on Sundays very soon. All the money that we get is usually just goes back into what we're buying, and any profit we make is going to help fund camp. So we would love for you to help us out in that. And if your teenagers are asking for money before service, you know what that's for. One of the major updates that we've made in our M2 programming is that we've switched our dinners from the end of service to the beginning of service starting at 5 o'clock. We've done that for a very practical and intentional reason, and that is we want to allow teenagers to have more opportunity to fellowship with each other after services. When we had dinner, teens were eating and immediately leaving, and they weren't able to have a lot of time to just hang out without a lot of structure, and we think that's important. We also feel like, and becoming one of the most important parts of our ministry, is one-on-one time with their small group leader. That takes place at 5 o'clock as well. When they come in once a month, every student will have an opportunity to grow in their relationship with God. We believe that everybody's in a different place, and to best meet them where they're at is through one-on-one meetings, and we're excited about that. We just started that last week. And we've already heard a lot of good things about what's going on in those one-on-one times. We've also eliminated small groups from our normal programming every month or every week, but once a month we are going to be going off campus and having small groups on the first Sunday of every month. This coming up month in April, we'll be at the Bledsoe's house. Again, it will start at 5 o'clock. And then in May, it'll be at our new house, and we'll have more information about where that is and where that's located. As always, if it's easier for you to drop and pick up your student at the church, we will have transportation available to them from the church so that you can just meet us here at Cornerstone. I want to talk to you about a couple other events that we have coming up. The first one is our spring retreat, April 12th and 13th. Registration's open for that. It's only $10. I would encourage you to get them signed up and come to it. It's going to be a great weekend as we talk about guarding your heart and how that how social media and media in general affects our relationship with God. And so I'm excited about that. Pastor Wigington, Lana will all be a part of that in some capacity, as well as several other churches. And registration for camp will be open very shortly. Just keep your eye open for that. It may be available within the next week. And we're just kind of waiting on our payment processing so that can happen. I will make note that if you are registering online for spring retreat and the payment processing isn't working, you can go ahead and use code CASH at the end, and that will eliminate the fee for spring retreat. And I would trust you to meet up with me and to pay that through either our kiosk at the church or cash. Either works fine. I want to also make you aware that we've been using a new technology, a new platform for keeping track of our registrations, for keeping track of our attendance, and we're going to be rolling more and more things out with it in the future. But if you go to the App Store and you download a app called Church Center, and you should see the logo on the screen. You will be able to check in. You'll be able to register for events through that app. And we can go over, we'll be more than happy to help you if you're not quite sure how to set that up. It's fairly easy. All you need to do is put in your phone number, put in the verification code it gives you, and then choose Cornerstone as your home church. And then down at the bottom screen, there's an events page, and you'll be able to register for all upcoming events right there. I also just want to take a moment and just give you a heads up on what we've been talking about. For the last several weeks, we've been talking about relationships. We've really focused on our relationship with God, how that is our primary relationship, and how our relationship with God dictates and really it kind of filters every other relationship we have. We've talked about how it affects our dating relationships, how it affects our friendships, how it affects our relationships with parents. We talked about that last week, how that when we are able to communicate well and make good decisions, that we can become more trustworthy. And so we're really working on those, really encouraging them to grow in that relationship with God, and understanding that relationship affects all other relationships. And so I would highly recommend you take some time this week to sit down and talk about their relationship with God, how it affects their relationship, and encourage them to continue to grow and to develop in their relationship with God. Thank you for supporting Him too, and we're so happy that you continue to bring them here. And we're always here for anything you need, and we just want to support you in any way we can. Thanks.